The Latvian plan is clear now. They concentrated the majority of their defense around their capital city of Riga, where our supply lines would be stretched and force us into a long battle of attrition, while partisans raid our rear lines. The Iskander cruise missiles we have set up in Pernu are preventing the city from being resupplied by sea. But they can still be resupplied by air from the international airport, located right next to the city.
Then we will take this airport with our airborne troops. Our ground forces will exert maximum pressure on the defenses to fix as many enemy units as possible on the front line, while our paratroopers will jump onto the airport and prevent any new enemy aircraft from landing. Once they're cut from the last line of supplies, the Latvian defenses will not hold for long.
Airborne operations are always extremely risky. A single plane shut down, and it's 100 lost souls all at once. It would be much safer to wait for reinforcements and secure our supply line.
Are you a war hero, Colonel?
Am I? Yes, of course. I earned the distinction, but
What about you, Captain Battalion? Would you like to become one?
More than anything, ma'am.
This operation will require all your expertise combined, so you will all be part of the assault. That includes you, Colonel.
You want me to jump from a plane? At my age? What? Are you trying to kill me?
You will be airdropped directly in your command vehicle. This tactic has been experimented and will be necessary to be immediately combat ready after the drop. We will proceed in 3 waves. Commander, you will be the first, followed by Battalion, and finally you, Colonel. So as you can see, I'm taking good care of you. By the time you arrive, the zone should already be secured. You have your orders. Execution. Riga Airport is in sight. Begin the air sweep.
Planes report in.
Sokol 7 standing by. Sokol 3 standing by. Sokol 6 standing by. Sokol 9 standing by. Sokol 2 standing by. Sokol 11 standing by. Sokol 5 standing by.
Master Armor, attack formation.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow.
Entering the radar bubble, stay tight. Activate DCM jamming. Accelerate to attack speed. This is it, boys.
Now, I've already played this mission, but the second phase of the mission glitched out and I won without a fight. So I've decided to play it again, and we're playing on hard. Just slowing down here, slowing down time for this air combat battle, just to keep track of all my aircraft. There's a lot going on here. As our Su-35s tangle with F-15s and then F-15EXs as well. Missile buses. Heaps going on, trying to focus fire and shoot them down before they hit us with their missiles. We managed to dodge that. The F-15 managing to splash our jet. We have 3 left. Running low on missiles. Doesn't really matter if you lose, you get the refunded points back straight away. We're going to bring on a full deck of Su-30s now to finish the fight. Get a couple of jets to hit the deck. Trying to keep the aggro off the ones in the back line. We've lost one already. American jets just keep spawning. They have the numbers on us at the moment. Alright, all 6 are on. We've lost another 2. It looks like our allies have brought on their Su-35s as well. That's a sign the battle's almost over with only 2 jets remaining. We should be able to finish them off quite quickly.
The enemy planes are retreating. The sky is ours for the moment. But this is just a respite. They will come back. The first window of opportunity for a drop is open. Send in the first wave of paratroopers, Commander. Drop everything you can while you can.
You don't get much of a choice as to what you bring. So we're just going to split our forces between 2 landings.
According to our intel, the airport itself is very lightly defended. The attack by our mechanized formations has drawn the defenders' attention elsewhere.
And if we're quick enough and get our IL-76s off the map, we can bring a second drop before the window closes. First troops are away.
You've got boots on the ground. Reorganize your troops and begin engaging the airport security forces.
Alright, all their orders have been given. Unpausing time as we wait for that second IL-76 to drop its payload. Just making sure everyone's fighting the right people. We can't afford to lose any troops, and we're going to send a small force over to that hangar base on the left of the screen. It's not an ideal drop position. I've split the forces between the terminal.
They're retreating! Now establish a first defensive perimeter while waiting for the second wave of paratroopers.
Once the IL-76 is gone, we can bring one final drop, if we're fast enough.
We've detected enemy groups moving in your direction to retake the airport. We can't send the next waves unless the drop zone is not secured.
That didn't make much sense. We can't send the next drop unless it's not secured. Still not enough. Oh, we've got enough actually. We can bring a Typhoon. We could bring an extra truck, or we could bring a butt ton of supplies. Let's do all of the above. You don't get these points back, so we best spend them. And we can largely ignore the objectives. I'm going for the gold medal, so we're playing very hard. And the stipulation for the gold medal is that we can't use the Sprut, and we can't use one of the BMDs, I think. We shouldn't need them. I had a pretty easy time playing on normal, so that's why I decided to turn up the difficulty.
Hurry up! Capture the designated areas and establish defensive positions, Commander.
Alright, that's our final drop. That's all we've got to work with. So try and set up a defensive line, mainly focusing on the terminal. But we will also take these secondary objectives here. Whatever happens, we need to keep the terminal.
So keep these positions under your control and repel the enemy assaults until the second wave arrives. The fighters must return to base. The airdrop window is now closed.
Our forces are spread a little bit thin here on this side. I'm a bit worried. And then the main hangar here has really just a token defense. It does have the assistance of the Metis in the main terminal, so we'll see how we go. We should bring some supplies over to one of these teams over here. They've got supplies. And they've the BMD's got a pretty good line of sight down the road, so we shouldn't have too many issues. It depends on how many forces they send in hard. First contact is made, and that Jeep should be no issue. And we have a contact over here near the main terminal. I'm going to do some tricky stuff with my VDV here. If we can bounce them around a bit, they'll do a lot of damage. Just want to take out all the vehicles, get out of danger before they get killed. Come around the flank here and try and get this Jeep as well. They're coming up the main drive towards the hangar. The Metis team should make short work of the vehicles. We'll have to watch their ammunition. First ATGM finding a kill. Our Typhoon's laying down some suppressive fire. Let's send the BTR to help. This side I forgot to hold fire with my sniper and things are not looking great. Everybody's panicked, including our enemy. Try and break line of sight and then use him to spot only. VDV unit needs to get out, so did the Descentninki. I think that's how you say it. It's probably not. I'm going to take a moment to resupply them and get rid of their wavering status. They're panicked. These guys are doing a great job. Let's maybe leave them here to ambush that Jeep as it comes down the road. I'll just pop smoke so they can hide in it. Our vehicles have good line of sight of that main approach there. This side looks okay. This side I'm worried about. The VDV need to get out of there. They're going to get killed. The BMD has taken some hits. And we need to pop smoke. Our paratroopers have rallied and they've managed to take down that vehicle. They are now taking fire again. From too many angles. I'll try and retreat them and repeat that process, get them some supplies. The BMD's taking fire. We've lost our sniper, he's dead. We've lost the VDV, they managed to pop smoke as the last man died. And there are too many vehicles here. Maybe I should have left the grenade system there for them. We might lose the BMD. Paratroopers coming back for a second go. Taking out one of the vehicles. Pop out of the building again before you die. This side's taking suppressive fire and our BMD has run out of main armament ammo. So we'll have to let them push closer and ambush them with the VDV. To the north, the Typhoon's doing a great job. That other vehicle got hit pretty hard, so we've popped smoke. We've got the VDV unit here in the main hangar. We lost one of our trucks by the sound of it. Yes, our supply dump got annihilated, as well as the troops that were trying to get some supply from it. BTR has to retreat. These guys will pop in the building. They might get one final RPG off. Assuming he has one. He doesn't. He has a grenade launcher. BTR managing to take out that Humvee. BTR's in a lot of trouble. This VDV unit is going to be expected to take on 2 infantry units by itself. We might send the BTR around, but I think we're within range of RPG, and that's the case. We lost the BTR. Our BMDs burned through their ammo quite quickly. VDV unit is taking too much pressure out there. The unit size, they don't have many men. So they're not very good in a sustained gun battle.
Кому нужны припасы? Отделение поддержки на приеме.
Terminal's looking good, and we managed to get supplies to those paratroopers before they succumbed to their injuries. They'll slowly resupply. Meta's team is putting down suppressive fire on these guys. It's not doing much damage.
Поддержка на связи. Контакт.
Let's send a vehicle over to finish that fight.
Десант в действии.
We lost the grenade team. The VDV unit looks like they might
One
be
of our positions
crushed.
has been overwhelmed. Recapture it, Commander!
Pull back all of our damaged vehicles to try and get them fixed up before the next fight. We are losing the points, but it's not so important. As long as we keep the main terminal.
Добавим жару. Транспорт заказывали?
Yeah, our BMDs chewed through their ammunition. I actually haven't had them in a sustained gun battle before.
На связи.
I usually just run away back to base after they've dropped the infantry.
Вторжение.
They are falling back to regroup, apparently. Phew, that was close.
Боевая машина десанта.
Right, let's get them back for
Our planes
resupply.
have returned for the second drop.
Куда вас доставить?
And we get more reinforcements now. We did take some losses then.
Sokol 1, the skies are clear. Nothing on our radars. Send in the transports.
Again, with this wave, there
Commander.
aren't many
Call in
choices.
your reinforcements before the end of this second airdrop window.
But we have help now.
You will defend the western side of the airstrip, while the commander expands our defensive perimeter to the rest of the airport.
Заводи мотор. Удвоить скорость. Никто кроме нас. Давай! There will be medals for everyone after this mission. Какие ваши указания?
Don't die for a medal today, battalion. Stay focused.
What about your medals, Colonel? How many died for you to get them?
What do you want from me in the end, Agent Morozova? I earned my medals, serving my country.
Lie. Those memoirs you present as your own were written by my father, First Lieutenant Igor Morozov, who served under your command in Chechnya.
Меняем ППД.
He sent me a copy before you sent him to his death. And I recognize each and every one of his words in those memoirs you claim as yours.
Is that true, Colonel? All these stories, all your medals, just a big lie?
Things are not as simple as that. I'll explain myself, but we have more urgent matters. Enemy counterattacks are coming your way.
Okay, so this next phase is a trap. Don't worry about the points. Just defend the terminal.
Огневая поддержка на приеме.
That's the benefit of having played this before.
Переход на
We will
штаб
needlessly lose units if we go and take those points. So just defend where we're at.
Выдвигаемся. Приказ понял, выезжай.
Just make sure everyone's resupplied, repaired from our first skirmish.
Принял, выдвигаемся.
And we have more than enough supplies, so we really just have to defend that terminal section where my supply
The
base is.
airdrop window is now closed.
Уже еду.
But we are going to be approached from the left of the screen at the end of the runway as well.
Снабжение заказывали. Разгружай картоху. Покинуть салон.
And once we've done enough damage to them, they'll just run away.
Выпрыгивай. Выдвигаюсь.
So we're forward planning, ready for the final phase of the mission.
Беттер здесь. Двигаюсь к точке. Пехотинцы ждут.
And we'll
ваших
hide some
приказов.
reserves here,
ВДВ слушает.
so they can jump in that building on either side to ambush anyone that tries to approach the main hangar. try and get some scouting on this other position near the helipads. Alright, we've made contact. We're able to lay down a fair amount of suppressive fire down that road.
Our position has been overwhelmed. Recapture it immediately, Commander.
No. Just hold the terminal. If you were going for the silver medal, you would have to keep all these points, and that's the trap I fell into.
Don't let them hit me in the back.
But we're just going to go straight for the gold medal. Fantastic job against these vehicles here. They don't even know we're here. Halfway through our ammunition. Now they've seen us. We have a mass of vehicles to the top of screen. We have to keep an eye on those guys as they probably try and push down, maybe? They're putting pressure on our paratroopers in this building here. Pull them out and swap them for the grenade team. Right, now they've diverted their attention to our BMD. Get it out of there. Our other vehicles have finished their resupply almost. There's too much fire coming from that road. Feels like there are a few more units than when I played before. Like I said, this is our strong point. We can't let them take this area. But we have a bit of a kill zone set up. Paratroopers ran out of supplies, so we just threw them back into the battle. We're being flanked here by a jeep. Spetsnaz are panicked. Paratroopers taking sustained fire. I think we've gone too far out there. We're exposed. That's a lot of bad guys. We lost the paratroopers. We're about to lose the grenade team. Spetsnaz are taking too much fire. Battalion's got an easy time. This BTR MDM is doing a great job. I think we've done enough damage to push them back. When they come around that corner, they're going to start shooting at the supply dump, so I'm moving everyone away. Just through smoke so they don't shoot it straight away. Get in the building. Oh no, they got that one. Sneaky bastards. Oh, we lost our recoilless rifle jeeps. Those BTR MDMs did a great job. That weapon, the 23mm, is quite potent against light vehicles and infantry. Surprising amount of range. It is used on naval ships as well. Or boats, mainly. Yep, they're all fleeing. Just leave them alone. And see, we didn't fail the mission. And our force is in relatively good shape.
They are falling back again. Let's hope it's for good this time. Send in the last wave of reinforcements.
Colonel, it's time. Time to jump and act like the hero you claim to be.
Шоколада lit up! There's nothing on the radar! Emergency drop!
They're just playing with their food.
Do you copy? I hard landed outside the drop zone. I'm alone here. Do you copy? I can't move. My leg's broken. And my vehicle's down.
I see the smoke of the crash, Comrade Colonel. I'm moving my forces to assist you. Hold on.
Leave him, Captain. Let him die like he left my father to die in Grozny. He's as good as dead anyway. Enemy troops are converging on his position.
That's a negative, Lena. I'm going in.
This impostor is not worth saving. He is not the hero you think he is.
Кому нужны припасы?
Every man is worth saving. And that's what your father wrote in his memoirs. And I'll honor him with my actions. Commander, take command of my men and hold the airport until I come back. We're here, Comrade Colonel!
Battalion? I didn't think you would be the one to come. I guess I've always underestimated you.
You may be a liar and a disgrace, but since you're not the man who doesn't fear the bullets, ready to risk all for his comrades, then I'll be that man instead.
That man died a long time ago.
Your vehicle's up and running again. Fall back to the airfield. We'll cover you.
ВДВ слушает.
So we're going to take this time to shore up our defenses here at the terminal.
БМД, слушаю.
And we'll let the events play out while we get ready. The guys on the other side of the highway, or sorry, the runway, are a delaying force. They're kind of expendable. I'm sending transports over there to help them. But really, they are not going to stand before what comes. So I need to make sure that all of my ATGM teams have great line of sight. They have supplies.
Fall back to the airport.
And I might put them in forward positions.
Got nothing to prove anymore. Don't push your chances.
So that they can then retreat to the main hangar. Like in those two jets there. We need some ammo for these guys.
Our vehicle is hit. We're immobilized. They're arriving from every direction.
Poor battalion.
Какие ваши указания? Разведка ВДВ слушает.
Let's hide the scouts somewhere where they won't get killed, hopefully.
Тихой сапой.
That way we'll have plenty of warning.
Двигаюсь к точке.
Run these guys home.
Так точно, законен.
Fill up every building here in the terminal.
Грузовой автомобиль готов.
Basically everyone that's in the terminal is a bullet sponge. We need to try and keep our weapons teams alive. If I put them in forward positions like the jets, they'll be able to run, hopefully, back to a position behind them. So the colonel survives, but Talon unfortunately became a victim of his own heroism. These VDV will stay as a forward observer. We left them behind. And keep the logistics running. Like I said, the VDV units will just be bullet sponges. When they take too much damage, they'll jump out, resupply, jump back into the windows to be shot at. Trying to draw aggro away from our weapons teams. Right, the delaying force has made contact. Let's hide this BTR here. Just as a last ditch effort to ambush. And we've left behind one of our infantry carriers. Let's put the Razvedka here. In that aircraft. The Cornet is resupplied. Get him back on his post. Unload the VDV here. And the trucks should just run supplies. We've given them queued up orders. Wow, scouts got found pretty quickly. Oh no! My ambush unit got ambushed. This unit here is trying to run away. Sounds like aircraft are inbound. VDV helped take down that vehicle, going to try and run. Ah, it's not it's a recon drone. We just have to reload the Iglas. It's taking a while. And that vehicle managed to take down the recon drone, so now they won't have free vision on us. That's a good thing. This VDV unit, we're going to have to sacrifice them. Come on! Nope. Wasn't going to happen today. I was trying to get underneath the chopper. Speaking of choppers, we have two of our own, and we can now call in air support. This is, I think, where I broke the mission. I brought in the Su-25s, and I did a bombing run, and then the AI didn't advance. It was a pretty successful bombing run. Seems that in hard you have less helicopter support. So let's just call everything in. Keeping in mind I can't bring the Sprott and I can't bring the BMD-4 if I want the gold medal. So let's bring everything but that. Alright, bombing run, both sides. Su-25 SMs, and then we've got the Su-25T here armed with the Vikas. Should do a pretty good job if they don't get shot down. This bombing run when I played before was brutal. And it honestly looks like I did no damage. Our new troops are here. Recon vehicle ×2. More weapons teams, just get them into the back line posts. We have Spetsnaz and a couple of replacement BMDs. Alright, let's bring the Su-25 in for a strafing run. And he should just unload anti-tank missiles when he comes through on that. Our Su-25 got shot down. Damn. ATGMs from the choppers making contact, but a counter Stinger fired at us. And the main battle tanks have entered the runway. We fired 5 missiles, but I'm not sure how much damage he did, and he got shot down. Terrible. Maybe I should have waited until the battle had fully joined, which is about to happen right now. We don't have enough points here to bring in anything else of use. And it will be some time before we get our close air support back. So we'll just have to rely here on our setup. Okay, our scouts are being flanked early. I should have used the laser pointer for the Su-25T to dump his missiles from standoff range. No matter. The choppers are resupplying. I just had to prioritize targets there because they were just shooting at stupid things. We can't afford the ammo to be wasted on silly stuff. Like, they seem to prefer to shoot at the closest target when there might be an Abrams right behind. And it's our final drop. The ATGM teams are doing pretty well. Ammunition is becoming an issue. Our scout vehicles just had their vision blocked by a friendly smokescreen. And our line is collapsing at the main hangar. There's not much I can do about it. There's just too much firepower being concentrated over there. See, this is probably when I should have called in my airstrikes, but now I don't have that option. I think we've got it. Like, despite losing a fair few infantry, a next line of reserves have pushed up. They are taking fire. I'm just hoping... I was literally about to say that I hope they don't get a firing angle on our supply depot. And it happened. The Mi-35s have run out of supplies to draw from. And a frontliner here is collapsing. I was hoping having the VDV spread out would force them to shoot at everyone, but they really want that zone. There's not much those infantry units can do under that sustained fire. They've got vision on us, so our backline vehicles are being hit with javelins. But it shouldn't matter now. The Allied units are starting to make their push from the rear. This certainly didn't happen when I played it before. They all meandered over on the other side of the runway and waited to die. So the backline artillery is now being attacked. Thankfully, it didn't really shoot at us. Otherwise, we would have been destroyed very quickly. We've got one weapons team hiding behind a hangar building. As long as he stays there and alive, they can't take the point. If they find him... But it doesn't matter. Allied Hinds have arrived. So have the airstrikes. It's very disappointed with the efficiency of our SC-25 bombing runs. Must have spread it out too much. They weren't as concentrated as I wanted them to be. Our weapons team have been discovered and they've been quickly We've lost the point, but at what cost? The enemy have nothing left. And if everything goes well, we should have achieved the gold medal. Retake that point. The main element have arrived. There is nowhere left to run, guys. It's looking like Russian forces are going to pull off a victory in this theater. With the fall of the capital soon to happen.
Have finally linked up with us. The surviving United States forces are surrendering, and Riga will soon follow. That was a costly but brilliant victory today, Commander.
Десант, готов!
We did it! Success here for the VDV. There were substantial losses. We only failed one of the primary objectives, but I don't think it matters. No, it doesn't. Finish the mission in hard and complete it without BMD4s or spruts. My name is Ty. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode.